what South Africans are trying to get wrong with some of our complaints and our videos is that we are not saying that don't ask people to leave your country, okay? If you want people to leave your country, that is fine. But the measures and the means that you are using by beating people on the streets, destroying stuff, looting, like it doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense. No sensible person will sit down and decide that I'm going to loot someone's stuff because they are working in my country and I don't want them to. Welcome back to the Jollof and Wi-Fi studios. My name is Flo. If this is your first time watching our channel, please consider subscribing for us. Put us on post notifications so that you are notified whenever we upload a new video. Yes, today we are talking about our South African brothers and sisters again. During their first match against Mexico, where most African countries decided to support Mexico instead of South Africa, I think it was their goalkeeper who came out to speak about this, saying that he feels like obviously most Africans have neglected them and have forsaken them, and we are Africans, we should come together and stand together, and like on a normal circumstance that is like the best thing. Like on a normal circumstance we'll all be supporting an African country, but due to some of the things that these people have done, and due to the fact that people that have influential people in South Africa have failed to speak up on the xenophobic attacks that other African migrants have encountered. Obviously, we are not going to support you. If we had influential people speaking up, footballers coming out, doing videos, talking, the captain leading them, asking them to stop, at least we would know that these people are, trying to, fight what these ignorant people are doing. Because the people that are attacking other African migrants are just ignorant. A lot of them are just following them just for following sake. So yes, a video was posted on X, and I'm going to read what it says. This was posted by Nigeria Stories.
One of the areas that we would have to look at as well, that has come to my attention as well, it's our artists. Majority of South African artists perform on the continent, and many of them are seeing their gigs being cancelled. So that's another impact of the work, because they benefit quite a lot. They perform on live performance events and everything. So they are receiving a thing. We've not been able to work together. So we'll definitely work together with arts and culture.
Is that majority of South African artists who perform in other African countries are seeing their gigs getting cancelled. One artist reached out to me and said all her gigs were cancelled. South Africa Justice Minister Mamoloko Kubayi. So this is the Minister of Justice for South Africa, and she is the one speaking on this specific incident, that she has been reached out to by a couple of artists saying that their concerts and their performances have been cancelled. Obviously, nobody wants to support the idea that South Africans can be xenophobic, but we are still going to continue to support them. It doesn't work like that. If you want there to be peace, what South Africans are trying to get wrong with some of our complaints and our videos is that we are not saying that don't ask people to leave your country, okay? If you want people to leave your country, that is fine. But the measures and the means that you are using by beating people on the streets, destroying stuff, looting, like it doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense. No sensible person will sit down and decide that I'm going to loot someone's stuff because they are working in my country and I don't want them to. While there are legal ways to go about it. Even if you're not going to go the legal way and you're going to, maybe go to shops and do, like the way you speak to people, the way you are attacking people, beating people, give me your documents. Are you people authorized to ask for people's documents? And now you are crying. South Africans are the Minister of Justice is saying that it's not. It's a bad thing that people. If artists are getting cancelled, they should keep getting cancelled. They should keep getting cancelled. How can you treat other foreign nationals in your country like trash, like garbage, and you expect us to give you good treatment? You receive and accept the white peoples living in South Africa with open arms. When they come in, you adore them, you worship them. But when you have other African migrants in the country, you have an issue with them. And then when you talk about the fact that they are xenophobic, they will come out and say, we're not xenophobic, we just want you people to go back to your countries. We are going back to our countries. But that is where we break the relationship that we have with South Africa. This was what was posted. South Africa. I created opportunity for more than 30 South Africans since I started running this shop. I have all the legal documents and I will not leave until a directive from the government.
But since I started running this shop, I created an opportunity for about 20 something South Africans who are working here recently. You understand? I created the opportunity for about 30 something to 20 something South Africans who are working here recently.
This is the right thing. But now when I see some of the videos, I'm so afraid for the people. Like, I feel like if you don't leave, they might end up hurting you. And you might end up sometimes even losing your life, because now South Africans are becoming dangerous. South Africans are becoming very dangerous. We coexist, we cohabit with you in every other place of the world. But when we are in your countries, you want to beat us. You want to be violent towards us. Why? It doesn't make any sense. This was posted by Non-Fucking. He says, when people say South African men are lazy, some of you get offended and start arguing. But honestly, how can men like this even keep a 9-to-5 job? The sad part is that they seem to have completely abandoned the values and legacy that made Nelson Mandela a symbol of resilience and discipline across Africa. Is this the South Africa Mandela dreamed of? Or are we witnessing a generation that has lost its way? This is a very deep question. I'm going to put the videos in, and then you can see these men in a traditional, I don't know which where they are from or which part of South Africa they are from, but you can see them dancing. You see that they have this dance that they lift their leg and then they just bring it down, they lift their leg, and that's what they are doing. Instead of these men to go and find work. Oh, previously I saw videos where I don't know if they were drinking, I don't know if it was drugs or what, having some chants before they go out to attack people. And it's like, what are the men of South Africa actually doing? They say that Nigerian, the Nigerian men are the ones winning in South Africa. Ghanaian men are winning. Other foreign nationals in South Africa are winning because the men are lazy. The men are not doing anything for themselves. So when other foreign nationals come in and then these women see that they are thriving and they're also doing for themselves, they like to associate themselves with them and then get married to them. So if this is what your men are, some of your men are doing dances, I mean, culture is beautiful, but there's a time and a place for culture. Look at this, a grown-ass man on the street for I don't know for what reason. If there's a traditional, festival going on, that is fine. But this looks like just like any other random day. Any other random day. Bro, South Africa, you gonna go back. Go back. Bro. And finally, this is another video that's also posted. And it reads, brothers, we cannot accept people coming from other provinces to work in our province. You cannot tell me that there are no people who can do tiling in the northern province.
Hey brothers, Simela. My name is Tumo Molawane. I'm the Northwest Province Small Business Development Council Chairperson. Brother, we cannot allow this. We cannot allow artisans and laborers coming from other provinces to come and work in our land, in our vicinity, in our town, whereas our people are the consumers here.
Black South Africans turn on each other after quit notice to other Africans. So in this one, it is South Africans versus South Africans. Now it has moved from South Africans versus other African foreign nationals to South Africans versus South Africans, provinces versus provinces. And this is the height of this whole xenophobic attack that has started. So how do they feel, the people that are being attacked by other South Africans, that you are in your own country, but someone is telling that you can't come and work here because you come from another province? And I don't think anyone would have an option to choose someone that stays in their province to work on their work, on their house, on their building, rather than go outside to go and pick the person. I think everyone would choose someone who is closer so that they wouldn't have to spend as much on maybe fuel and other stuff, so that the work can even go a bit faster. But probably the people there are maybe, the amount they are requesting is too much for the person to pay. And maybe calculating the fuel for the people to come from other provinces might be even much cheaper for them. Or the men there are lazy. They might be lazy. Or maybe they have first experience on how they work and they don't like it. And so now, why can't I travel from another province to another province to go and work? It is up to me. If I have a company, if I have a building that needs to be built and I bring people from wherever, it is up to me. You can't come and say because you live in the province and you are head whatever for the province, you are coming to sack the people. No. What is wrong? What is wrong with some of the people in South Africa? I know amazing people from South Africa. I made a good friend from that is from South Africa. She's currently in the US, and I love her. You know, she's such an amazing person. But then when I see some people that are so ignorant and people that attack other people, like especially your own citizens, come on. What is the end game for some of these people, some of these ignorant people? Bro, let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm actually tired of talking about South Africa here, South Africa there. If the artists are not getting shows and their performances are being cancelled, that is fair play. That is fair play. That makes sense. That is perfect. You can't expect us to support you fully when you are, always against us and being violent towards us. Let me know what you think in the comment section. My name is Flo. As I said, please consider subscribing to the channel for us. Put us on post notifications so that you're notified whenever we upload a new video. Also consider following us on X, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and on all other social media platforms. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.